guys, it's me Nadia, and today we're acting to season 5 episode 18 of Buffy. Last episode was called Forever, and let's just say two big things happened. Angel came back for a Banjo kiss. A new Banjo kiss came, but in the process he came to help, talk to Buffy because Buffy just buried her mom, Joyce, and she's in a grieving process. More so, she's like this close to basically combusting and breaking down because she has no one that really understands in this case. Like she said, like she was so close to breaking, and Angel came at the right time and comforted her at the graveyard, and they talked, whatever the case may be, and he gave her the right words to help Buffy stick strong. So that was the main thing. And then the second thing was obviously Dawn doing a spell to try and bring Joyce back from the grave. So let's talk about this recapping. It starts off, with Buffy, Dawn, and, Giles at the funeral home, pretty much trying to find a casket for, Joyce, because obviously she needs to be buried. Buffy is in the process. She's kind of just like walking like a robot, just doing things and trying to find the best way and try to be more so mature and also keep strong for Dawn, because Dawn is, her younger sister, and she don't want to break down in front of Dawn. Dawn, on the other hand, she's feeling some type of way. I feel like she's not really, she's like in denial, and more so she just does, like she feels some type of way of how Dawn is. Dawn doesn't like how Buffy's basically just so calm and like emotionless, and she expected more emotions from Buffy, even though this is a rough process. The Scoobs is chilling at Buffy's house, having a dinner, and they're discussing the plans of what's going to happen with Joyce and who to contact and communicate with about the funeral. And Buffy mentions that her dad, he obviously hasn't contacted them, even though he knows about her dying. So with this, Dawn feels left out once again because she didn't know that, her mom knew about her. Dawn felt offended and more so left out because Joyce and Buffy talked before her surgery about the outcomes of if she make it or not. So that's already like 2 strikes for Buffy. For Dawn. Willow and Xander, they leave. They run into Spike, and Spike is trying to deliver, flowers for Joyce, because once again, he was friends with Joyce, and also, for Buffy and Dawn, because he he's close with them in a degree of, he talked to them several times. And Xander's like, listen, if you're trying to do this for Buffy, get out of here. We don't want you here. Buffy doesn't want you here. If you're trying to do this and try to come talk to us to get to Buffy, drop it, because we're not going to let you get to Buffy this way. And Spike is like, listen, I'm just here to pay my respects because, Joyce was one of the welcoming people, in Sunnydale, and she didn't judge me for who I was, and she was rather kind, and I just want to really give it to her. So, I feel like he was just showing his respect for Joyce, and, since Xander and them already cut him off due to finding out about his crush and what he did to Buffy, they just was like, no. Embracing this last moment with their mom before she's buried. Dawn, she's like, listen, I don't want to be here. Can I go hang out with, Willow and Tara for the day? And Buffy's like, sure, go ahead. So while this happens, Angel shows up and apologizes for what happened, and how he wasn't, he was sad that he couldn't come any sooner, or he was kind of, he apologized for not coming sooner. And Buffy's like, listen, it's fine. They, cuddle under the trees, and Buffy basically said that she wished she was more useful. She wished she was able to detect it, and maybe if she came home a little bit faster, maybe she would have been able to stop it from happening. And Angel's like, you can't predict when this is going to happen because it's abrupt. You never know. Even if you came faster, what was you going to do? You can't bring it to the hospital. How would you know? Well, this is happening. Willow and Tara tries to cheer up Dawn, which just doesn't happen at all. Dawn, on the other hand, she's like, listen, how about we do a resurrection spell? Y'all witches. Why don't you do a spell to bring up my mom? And Tara automatically no. This is against, the witches' rules, and this is against, we can't manipulate lifetime and that witchcraft between life and death. And Dawn is like, ugh, she gets agitated, because she goes to sleep. But Willow, she's kind of like, she wants to help because she loved Joyce like anybody else, and also she doesn't like seeing Dawn this way. So she's like, she thought that it wouldn't matter. She pretty much like, listen, why not? What's wrong with doing a resurrection spell? It's about, she mentions about creating life and how now, I don't know, I wonder what that's hinting. And then Giles, he's at the apartment. He's also grieving because he knew Joyce. He was friends with Joyce, and they had a little good, what was it? Good Candy. That Candy episode, that was lit. And obviously, he was listening to a record that Joyce gave him before, or she recommended. So, or he listened with Joyce during the time of the bar candy. And what is happening? Ben is approached by Jinx, which is Glory's, minion, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna need you to hurry up and stop playing games with Glory. She's not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. She says help with Buffy because clearly you're on a date with her. Ben is like, first of all, I'm not even on a date with her. Why stay away from her? Stay away from, the key. And then Jinx is like, what? The key is human? Ben is like, oh no. And then stabs Jinx. Didn't even finish the job. And now Jinx knows that there's a human that has the key, and obviously Buffy must be in possession or knows about the human, who is named Doc, and he's like this magic expert who knows how to prevent any wrongdoings of the spell, gives all the information. They go to fight this demon. They get this demon egg. Dawn gets one, drops it, goes back and gets one while Spike distracts. Tara realizes that the book is gone. She's like, oh my god, the book is gone. And Willow's like, oh, what do you mean the book is gone? What? Dawn took it? Like, pretty much saying, like trying to lie. I mean, lying, and Tara's, like, just so out of it that she's not really paying attention. Tara alerts Buffy that the witchcraft book is missing, and Dawn must be using it. While that happens, Buffy walks on Dawn doing the spell, and Buffy is telling her, like, why are you doing this? And Dawn is like, you don't care about my mom dying, and you're not showing any emotion, and you're running off, and you're avoiding me like I'm a chore. And Buffy slaps her. And then Buffy's like, basically says that's a heat of a moment thing and how she feels, and expresses how, like, if she actually feel like she start breaking down, which is what she hasn't been able to do, and she hasn't broken down, and they, find comfort in each other. And then, and they realize that Joyce is coming back, and it's indicated that she's coming to the door. But then, Buffy, she's like, Mom? And then she walks to the door, and then Dawn rips the picture, which means that we never really saw if it was Joyce or not. And yeah, Buffy and Dawn falls down to the ground crying, grieving, and finding comfort in each other for the first time since Joyce passed. So that was the episode 17 recap. So let's dive in.
Giles, you don't have to help. You cook.
Oh, come on. Why am I to cook? Helping you two out makes me feel useful.
I'm okay. Some minutes are harder than others.
So sorry. In fact, I was thinking that we might return to our training schedule.
Oh, she hasn't been training in a while, which is understandable, to be honest.
Training, slaying,
death,
all of it.
Life.
And then I can beat up the cows.
Beat up the cow? Why does it?
But I'm not sure I like what it's doing to me.
You've mastered so much.
Yeah.
Strength and resilience alone.
Yeah, strength, those are all words for hardness. I was never there for Riley. Not like I was for Angel. I was terrible to Dawn.
At a time like this.
I don't know if she knew.
Oh, she knew.
Yeah, she knew that, Buffy. Don't doubt that at all.
I love you. Love, Giles. It feels strange.
Is that the first time hearing him say that? She will tag along.
If you have to go learn, if it'll help you out, I think you should do it.
You see how understanding Dawn was? Y'all should let Dawn on the tea a long time ago. I swear to God.
She looks good, but what about the rest?
You got...
Little walk, little talk.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Tons of real-world knowledge. The profiles you gave me about her family and friends.
All the extra programming, right?
The stuff that you wanted.
Spike? Oh, Spike.
What she is.
This is all right, Your Highness. And we do have the new knowledge that the key is a human being.
I'm a god in exile.
Oh, exile.
Far from the Hellfire's a home and sharing my body with an enemy.
Oh, you are? Oh, yeah.
Stabs my boys in their... I want to hear about everyone she has contact with.
Oh, my God.
That girl has my key.
Yo, her lipstick, always on fleek. That shit never miss. After the season's done, this looks like 422, though.
What's in the trunk?
Supplies and a bunch of twigs.
Twigs?
I don't think I'll be that hungry.
They're for me. Come on this way.
He's for him.
So it leads me to the sacred place, and then a week later it leads you to my bleached bones?
Buffy, please.
My God.
from each breath.
I know this ritual. The ancient shamans were next called upon to do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around.
Get out.
Quest.
Get out. Oh, does he gotta do that?
Was that your best, Slayer?
No, you're very, very bad.
Damn, she threw his ass.
That way.
I'm helpless against you, you fiend.
She called him a fiend. Didn't he just knock her down?
Pongoza, nakupokeza,
Oh.
peleke, afike mahali pa.
Oh.
Hello, kitty.
Yep. Yep. Now I wonder if this is really a damn. They really had Buffy or Sarah near these animals, or they CGI'd her in the back, because there's no way. Yep, this is 422. You know how amazed it's going to be when I'm done this series and then I like rewatch and be like, oh, look at this foreshadow here for them.
I know this place.
Yep, 422. That's why I came into place, huh?
So, when the whiz kid gets back from Chem Lab, can you have her, bulk up the spell a little?
He said
You want,
Chem
maybe,
Lab?
while Anya and I go do a quick patrol?
I'd rather stay home and watch television.
Oh yeah.
Dawn
Willow
gonna
likes to
join.
watch
What
this
is Dawn about to grab?
Salem witch trial stuff, which is
In high school?
See, if you were really a witch, you'd do a spell to escape.
Is she just finessing
So
stuff?
really, it was only bad for the
Dawn
boss
is smarty.
agents,
Listen,
and,
she a
well, they
smarty.
never have a good guys. This is a real slumber party. Where's the pizza?
Oh my god, he just stalking like y'all see that big ugly ass man in your
evil.
window? What just happened
Darn
to
your
Spike's
sinister
hair?
attraction.
Are you afraid of me?
He just said, la la. Like,
Yes.
how can
I
you?
want you to bite me and devour me until there's no more.
Isn't she a robot? Like, what can he drink?
Program over?
Programs, don't use that word. Buffy.
She said, "Sir, you want me to repeat the scenario?"
Last one's nuts too. Just get it back
He's
to me
like,
first.
yeah. She's like,
Then,
Um,
don't write in it or...
what are P? she said,
don't
Joseph.
fold the page corners down. Bye.
Willow, I love my daughter. It's so crazy how she's still the same like season 1. Like, that is just so crazy to me, and I love it though.
Time
Minutes.
to slay.
They're going to think that that's Buffy on the ground.
Vampires of the world, beware.
Don't tell me they're going to find out about this sex bot that fast, because then I'm going to holler. They're like, oh, Buffy, what are you doing on Sling?
Anya,
All
How is
this
your money?
likes of money.
Fine. Thank you for asking.
She said, material girl.
Yeah, how was the whole Vision Quest experience?
I don't understand that question. But thank you for asking. You're my
Xander?
friend. And a carpenter.
Xander.
Are you alright?
Xander?
You're all...
Buffy's back early, I see. Lots of patrolling all around tonight.
Please. She like, and where?
I gotta split up.
We haven't seen any vamps, so you sure
Right.
there's...
Right, there's one conveniently. Look at the demons. Oh, didn't think Spike the main attraction? I'm gonna crack up. They can detect that weird lady from before, but this Buffy, it just can't connect.
Told us they were back from the desert.
Oh my
I
god.
knew what went on there.
Oh my god. Imagine when they tell Buffy.
Slayer watcher stuff. Probably some silly ritual.
Yeah.
Too okay.
Hey, she never asked about Dawn.
Yeah.
It's true.
They gonna see them in 4K?
Oh, Spike. You're the big bad. You're the
Yeah.
bad.
Listen. No.
Don't say
No.
Oh, let's see.
Oh my. Well, they about to be like, listen. We just don't have an intercourse on the grass.
She's in the bedroom. She fell asleep. Strange things.
Tara, listen
It's
to
when
this.
my love dies. When I lost
Tara.
my mother,
Tara,
I
listen.
did some pretty dumb stuff,
Tara,
like
listen.
lying to my family and staying out all night.
That's light work.
Buffy's we're fallen. We shouldn't judge. What are you kidding? She's nuts. Well, it's not healthy. We're all agreeing there.
Or you gonna spawn
really gonna
Giles?
slap her, are you?
No, but if I have to see her straddle Spike again, I will definitely knock myself unconscious.
No, Xander is. What you gonna do, Xander? Like.
Who's that?
Who is about to show up?
Down there. And no matter what, don't come out.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I know she wasn't doing what I think she was doing. Somebody free my sis from the trenches.
That's because Buffy's my friend. And she's gone through some stuff lately that, well, it's affected her, and you're taking advantage of her.
I'm not a monster.
Yes, you are a monster. Vampires are monsters. They make monster movies about them.
Well,
I wondered if I might beg a moment of your time.
friends of yours.
Why are you coming?
Tie his hands. Glory will want him restrained. Careful with him.
Take the key. Go ahead and take the key. Where have y'all seen her ever talk to Spike like that?
I have a few questions about being the Slayer.
After you just told her last
What
season?
about
Mind your
love?
business.
You are full of love.
Exactly. Come on, talk.
Love with all your soul. It's brighter than the fire.
I'm full of love. I'm not losing it.
Only if you reject it. Love is pain and bring you to your gift.
Her gift,
What?
which is
Spike?
her gift is what? Let's see. Let's listen to how she
Did
talks.
Xander find you? He was looking for you.
I don't know where Xander is.
Not
I
yet.
haven't seen him.
The
And when I
gift.
came out of the tunnel, Spike was
1999
gone.
to
I
present.
need to find him. I had sex with Spike. I'm sorry if it bothers you. You're my best friend.
I am.
It wasn't one time.
Yeah, she's been
It was lots of times. And lots of different ways. I could make sketches.
No.
a sketch.
Buffy, there is something seriously wrong here.
She said a sketch. Yeah,
Yeah? Again, I
know that?
really am, but
You're recently gay.
Not the review in 14 premium ultra D quality K.
Well, this is a whole flock of hobbits. They just grabbed Spike. I think they're taking him to Glory.
but he knows about Dawn.
We have to get him back. I fight with weapons.
Yeah, I got nothing. Let's hit your place. We'll stop him.
Tara, can you...
I'm getting a gift? Or do you mean that I have a gift to give to someone else?
No, boo.
Death is your gift.
No.
Like the death wish
Death
that
is not
the
a
Slayers have.
My mother just died. I know this.
She talking
But I
about you
have to
dying,
kill
is she?
demons because it
You
makes
better
the
shut
world
the
a better
fuck up.
place.
Talking about that the gift of death can be several things.
What the hell is that? And why is its hair that color?
Stunning one.
Vampire.
Are you
Lesson number
dumb?
1, vampires equal impure.
Yeah, damn right, I'm impure. I'm as impure as the driven yellow snow.
She,
Doesn't look very...
yo, she just tombstone this dude
Maybe there's something on the inside.
that you're missing. Strawberry shining so bright.
Should we have guns? Those are my weapons. Give me something big and sharp.
Buffy, where do we go? Where should we look for Glory?
Looking at me.
Okay, Buff, it's okay. You're right. You shouldn't have to know everything.
We need
Yeah,
to rescue
true.
Spike. Change your clothes, something more
Fighty.
fighty. I can do that.
I think I'm gonna be
I'll be
right.
right back.
I think I'm gonna be right with that one.
Group hang time?
Oh,
That was quick.
Didn't seem like it to me.
Fear.
We're just kind of thrown by the you having sex with Spike. The who, what, and how with huh?
Okay, that...
And mysterious and sort of
Look.
compact but well muscled.
I am not having sex with Spike, but I'm starting to think that you might be.
And so say all of us.
no,
Say,
no
look
words.
at you. You look just like me. We're very pretty. Girlfriend bot that Warren guy made. You guys couldn't tell me apart from a robot?
No, they sadly
Oh,
cannot.
I don't think I'm a robot.
You are.
You're forgetting the most important thing.
No.
Glory has Spike, and she's going to harm
You
him.
don't give a fuck about Spike.
Glory has Spike.
Damn, I don't
Don't
care.
bring that up.
Damn, she.
think I can D in one long strip.
What? Is this how she would torture Dawn? Cause damn, girl, you need to stay away.
Tell you who the sodding key is.
If you tell you're not bold like that. You're not doing that. You're not doing that.
Quite extraordinary.
Yeah, that's closer to where the snake
Thank
was.
you. But I really think we should be listening to the other Buffy Giles. She's very smart and she's
Look
going
at
to help us
Giles.
save Spike. Okay, guys, split up and spread out. Check the priciest looking
She left,
places
I guess,
first.
his Buffy
Xander, you come with
speechless.
me.
That's how
Willow, Anya, stick
that's how
together,
shook she
and Giles.
was. She feeding him motherfucker. I mean, giving him motherfucker juice. Is that how
Do you think you can try to talk again now?
this line say you somebody at the beach?
Price is right.
Bob Barker.
We will bring you Bob Barker.
The
We will
price
bring you
is right.
The limp and beaten body of Bob Barker.
It is not Bob.
But it was fun. And guess what, bitch?
Not big.
I'm not telling you Jack. The god of what? Bad home perms.
Shut up.
Oh,
I command you, shut up.
not
Okay.
not the perm.
Sorry. The Slayer is going to kick your skanky, lopsided ass
Oh my
back
God.
to whatever place would take.
Dick. You did exactly what he wanted. He wanted to escape.
Spike.
Damn. He said he collapsed like that. Another fall. Thank you.
You do not insult Glory by escaping.
He just did. She kicked him out, didn't she? You gonna need the other Slayer too? Now, I mean, just curious. You got 85 demons. You know them hands ain't connecting. Them hands look very fake at that moment. Oh, not Giles. Bruh. You wouldn't try. You wouldn't. Oh my God. Did he just? Oh, she done? Is she done? Run up the stairs, bitch.
It may have been demons.
And where's my vampire?
Go on, man.
If he did give us up, Dawn and I need to get out of town. I mean, she could be on her way right now.
But not to worry.
Ugh. Looks very complicated in there. Personally, I'd rather look at guts.
I found
Guts.
she's broken.
B.
God, I feel kind of bad for the guy. Gets all whooped and his best toy gets taken away.
Xander,
We don't know.
please.
What in the tarnations?
You're covered in sexy wounds.
Xander, I'm beating your ass now.
You can't ever. Glory never finds out.
Why?
Nearly bloody dead.
Yeah, I mean, I know he wasn't going to tell about Glory, so just at the least, I knew that wasn't going to come to it. But now Glory ain't got nothing. We got 4 episodes. Glory, you dumb.
The robot was gross and obscene.
She played this man.
Don't.
She played this man.
That
She said, "You're a real one." Wait.
I won't forget it.
Yeah, just like the Slayer. I mean, the first Slayer said, "Thank you." I low-key thought y'all gonna give this man his bot back. I almost flew up off my bed. I tell you right now, on God, I almost flew up off my bed. Xander, I take it back. I'm sorry. I apologize for even thinking that. I knew Buffy wouldn't do that. Don't even know why I thought Buffy would let this man slide. But yes, the thesis. You know, I love to make sure I got my thesis pulled up. Just a little insinuation. So this episode, hey, so this was season 5, episode 18 of Buffy. It was called Intervention, and it was a little fun episode, a little break, and because I know that the next 4 episodes are going to be emotional, stressful, painful, heartbreaking, heart-quenching. So I'm already prepared for the worst. But Glory, I mean, to be honest, at this point in time, I don't know what reveal could happen in order for Glory to realize that Dawn, or whoever the case may be, is the key. Like, I feel like now they got a gist of who she's protecting or who she hangs out with. But I'm wondering if the next 4 episodes is going to be Glory whacking on who's the one. Because if Spike's not the one, then you got Willow, Tara, Dawn, and Xander and Giles. So now I'm trying to figure out, there's 5 people, 4 episodes. I wonder if these next 3 maybe for her figuring out which one is more protective, but it should be pretty obvious. But I wonder, did Glory kill Jinx and that man? Like, did she just kill him because they were screaming? So did she drain them? like I don't know. I still don't know. Because, I mean, Glory mentioned that she shares a body with Ben. So what is that? Just how they were born? Like, she's exiled from the Hell Dimension. I wonder why that is. is because she has like, she's supposed to be like the glorificus, and she's supposed to be like this queen or a god. And you know, it's always some type of guy getting exiled. So I'm wondering what made her get exiled in the first place. Was it because she couldn't access the key, or that was her goal to get the key and she failed, like, or she was too, or she had the key before and she was so, you know, overusing it and so OP that they took the key and threw it into a human, which made her get exiled because she lost it. Like, I'm trying to figure out what is the main source. I'm taking this out because this is annoying, but I'm wondering what is the main reason for her being exiled. I low-key want an episode, well, I mean, we got 4 episodes left, but I'm hoping that between these 4 episodes we do get a backstory on why she wants this key anyway. Like, we got a gist of why the key was made and the blood, I'm saying blood, probably not the name, but we got a gist of, you know, why the key, where the key was, and why they protect the key, and how there was a destroyer of the key. But we don't know how Glory was as a god. We don't know how her and Ben lived. Like, I'm actually interested in seeing it, because within this season we got a chance to, in this sense, get to develop Glory. Not really develop her, but we got just little bits and pieces of her life and why, like, or how she interacts. And now in this episode alone, we got like 2 to 3 clues, which is her being exiled, her sharing a body with Ben, and then, you know, her, even though she's a god, she's wavering. I want to know how she was before she came to Earth, or out of the hell dimension, or what hell dimension is she is, or is, you know, is it a king with her? Like, is she a daughter of a god or whatever? Like, you know, I'm interested. But honestly, she's kind of dumb, to be honest. I mean, even anybody with a regular eye could see that it has to be between the regular people, between the people she hangs out with, because people that she hangs out with every time, like, literally. Her mom, I mean, and then, like, for the demons, you would thought the demons would recognize other demons. I guess because the chip is in his head, they didn't recognize him as a demon. Like, that was kind of dumb. Pretty much, I did love that we got a chance to see Buffy and the First Slayer, because we kind of got a bumpy interaction between them in season 4, episode 22, where, you know, the First Slayer wanted Buffy to basically say, we don't care about friends or friendships, that's for the weak, and girl, you played. And then Buffy was like, you know, you're not going to control my dream. Bye. Because, you know, Buffy obviously did that spell where all the schools basically shared a mind into the body to do the spell to get rid of Adam. And that's when we got the first glimpse of, you know, this First Slayer. And I'm wondering if we're going to see more about the First Slayer, because, like, this whole season we've been on this idea of Buffy strengthening her training, learning more about the First Slayer, learning about Slayers overall. And in a sense, this season did accomplish it, but I feel like most, like, due to Glory and Dawn, it kind of got pushed a little bit to the side. So I'm kind of happy that we got it picking back up, because we got to see two previous Slayers do the spike with that was episode 10 or something like that. I don't even know what episode, but episode 10 or 11, 9 to 10, whatever. And then we got a chance to learn about the First Slayer in season 4, and then we got to learn about her again. But now she's talking more. And now she's, like, I wonder if she did the First Slayer change, because at the first minute she was like, we care about love and friendship, and now she's giving full information about the gift. One thing I'm curious about is what the gift means, because she said that your gift is death, and death can mean a lot of things. Death could have been about her mom. Death could be about her losing friends later down the line. Death could be her killing the demons that she's killing, Glory, killing the demons in the future, and killing all the vampires that she's killed or whoever she's killed before, and even in the future. And also, death can be paralleling to what Spike said about a death wish as well. You know, her gift is that her loving and living life and being full of love can lead to her having a fulfilling death. I don't know. And trusting Giles, I feel like the latter would have been death, as in a double meaning for her. Because the long road, the end of the road, end of her life, I don't trust Giles at all. I don't. It's very vague that the desert, which is like it's always like a long road, and then in the future, like in the further distance, the road ends because you can't really see since the earth is curved. You know, earth is circular. I don't believe in that flat theory, but yes, like, you only can see so far down the road, and that's what I feel like they're foreshadowing. But who knows? I don't even feel like foreshadowing Buffy's death. No, I'm not going to do it. Next, let's talk about Buffy and her feeling like she's so closed off and she doesn't understand love. I feel like there's always, I mean, I'm happy that it was talked and touched about, And, you know, even like, you know, the Scoop said it, whatever case may be, and even Giles said it, because I feel like this whole season has been a Buffy should have known, Buffy should have seen this. And I feel like so many people blame Buffy for not reading people's minds a lot of times. And yes, some things can be talked about, and some things is sometimes could have been easily solved if she said some stuff, but it goes both ways. And for me, like, I understand Buffy saying that she feels closed off because she's been doing this slaying stuff since she was 13. Or, you know, she's been doing it since she literally became like a preteen, and she's been slaying for a long time, and she's been so young, and she embraces death and killing as a job, to the point that she feels like she's not open to emotions like a regular human would be, which makes sense because she's done this for a long time. But yes, I barely hear her say I love you to, you know, certain characters. I barely remember it, which means I'm happy she's saying it more. But like, you don't always have to say I love you. It's always, sometimes it can be very portrayed in your actions, the way that you care for people, you protect them. Love can be shown and portrayed in different ways besides just saying it. So I mean, I'm happy that she's saying it more to people. Like, we got it to Giles, which we never really had, and her saying it to Dawn, which we didn't have or see at all. But I feel like, yes, in a degree, like, she could have saved the relationship with Riley, but at the end of the day, both of them didn't communicate. She tried to communicate in the first half of season 5, in the beginning, when it came to the two doubles between Xander, and he said it was okay, and then, you know, she mentioned it before about the time and how she has to train and how she's in school, so they might not have time together, and Riley once again said it was okay, and then later on, she just stopped asking. You know, she got a, you know, and then but she didn't tell Riley about Dawn or Glory. So at the end of the day, he's kind of feeling like, damn, I don't know anything about you. But, you know, so yes, in both degrees, yes. But even her mentioning that she doesn't love him the same way she loved or she cared for Angel, another big clue that no one's really stepping up to my Angel's level. And yeah, I mean, once again, I just feel like I'm happy that we touched it and we didn't wait to the end of the season. And the fact that even though it was due to the fake Buffy scenario, Xander and them told Buffy, like, you know, I feel like you've been acting weird, whatever, because the previous episode was what Dawn was saying. Dawn was saying that you're closed off and your emotions. And I feel like Buffy mostly said this whole interaction about love and feelings is because this is like the second time plus. Like, she's had a couple of times, like, you know, with Parker, Angel leaving, and her leaving in the beginning of season 3. I mean, the ending of season 2, beginning of season 3. And with Riley, like, when big things happen, you rarely see her break down. Even with her mom with the tumor as well, before she died, Buffy doesn't confide in people. She doesn't confide in Willow, like, emotion-wise, like crying, breaking down. She doesn't break down at all. She wants to remain strong, and she wants to, you know, she bottles up these emotions to the point that she bursts alone. And that's why, you know, when Dawn was the last episode, was like, why are you not mad? Why are you not showing emotion? Why are you treating me like a chore? It shows that, like, she wished she could show genuine emotions and cry freely and express how she feels more so. And I'm wondering if we're going to see her do that for the rest of the show. To be honest, the Scoops and stuff handled it better than I thought. The fact that it took them this long to even figure out that that Buffy was acting very odd and weird was even baffling, because I don't know how many times you would think somebody would say you're my best friend 55 times in a 2-minute radius of sentences. And I don't know how many times you would think somebody would randomly give a Wikipedia search. Yes, Buffy has been out of it with Angel. She's been out of it with Riley. She's been out of it a couple times. But I've never heard her ever give y'all a whole encyclopedia about your lives. When has Buffy ever asked you about money, Anya? When has she ever just abruptly told Willow she's gay when she didn't even know that Willow was, you know, who Willow was into? Like, this fake Buffy bot was literally revealing the tea in front of you on Ultra D, Ultra Quality, and y'all wasn't saying anything. Let alone that, on this side tangent, again, we have Tara. Tara, I don't know if Tara will going to notice, but Dawn took these things off their desk. I don't know what she's going to be using that for. Is she going to use another spell? Shoot. You know, Dawn was out here outsmarting these people, so I'm curious. But yes. But anyway, that was my season 5 episode 18 reaction to Buffy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Buffy reactions. Patreon will be linked for full extended Buffy, Angel, and Sailor Moon reactions. Twitter and Discord will be linked so I can talk to you about this episode or see me for future updates. Till next time, make sure you be safe. Peace.